All right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. Tonight we're talking college basketball, so hope you're having a great Tuesday night. And if you're watching, please like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. So Tuesday night basketball, there's some surprises here. We'll probably talk about a recap later on in the week. But let's get into these Wednesday games. There's going to be some really good games coming up as we're getting closer to the conference tournaments. So I think those are all happening next week, so we'll start talking about those at the end of the week or on the weekend. But let's get into these games. We got Texas traveling to Arkansas. Texas coming off an awesome win at A&M, 76-70. Arkansas coming off an embarrassing loss at Florida by 34 points. It was 111-77. Yeah, pretty ugly there. Let's see, Texas is 18-11, but Arkansas is 21-8. They're ranked number 20 in the nation. Texas, they score 84, they give up 76. Arkansas scores 90 and gives up 80 points. As much as it hurts me to say this, I just feel like even though Arkansas got embarrassed, I think they go back home and they play tough against Texas. I really wanted to put Texas to cover, and actually they might. It's going to be a close game. I think so, but I think Arkansas is a pretty strong team scoring-wise. But you know what? Texas has good defense. I don't know if I'll change that, but for right now, I'm thinking Arkansas covers the 6.5 points at home. So here's one. I don't think we've talked about these teams, maybe once. Creighton versus Butler. So Creighton is 14-16 in the Big East. Butler is 15-14 in the Big East. So they're both kind of middle of the pack there. But they have similar records, and I thought, you know what, let's pull this one here. Creighton is actually in 6th place. Butler is in 8th place. They may be out of their conference tournaments. But similar records means it's going to be, to me, it's going to be a tough game. So Creighton, 76. They score 76, but they give up 76. So I would think like you'd tie every game. Butler scores 80, gives up 77. So defenses are going to be giving up some points here. 155. I actually might go the over on that one if I play that. But with their records, let's see. Creighton's lost 4 of the last 5 games, 3 in a row. Butler lost their last game at Villanova, but they beat Georgetown and they beat Xavier. So they're not too bad of a team. I always like to go in these cases. Home cooking is hard to go against, so I think this is going to be Butler's saving grace here. I'm going to have Butler cover. Right now it's 1.5 points. Actually, let me check that to make sure it's still okay. It's 2.5 points right now. It opened at 3, so went down to 2. I'm not sure why I have 1. But I think Butler covers that, which means they win the game. So, let's go with Butler and the cover. So the next game we'll look at, Minnesota traveling to Indiana. So Minnesota's 14-15 in the Big Ten. Indiana's 17-12. That's not too bad of a record. Minnesota just came off a big win versus UCLA, 78-73. Indiana has lost 4 straight. And let's see, 1, 2 at home. The last 2 were at home to Northwestern and to Michigan State. Let's see here. Minnesota, they score 71 points. Defensively, they give up 68. Remember, we said in the 60s, that's pretty good defense. The bad part is they don't score a lot of points. Indiana scores 80, gives up 72. So, that's not too bad. Here's where I think the defense comes in. I think Minnesota this is probably a low-scoring game, and it's probably a defensive battle. Since they're 3-1, Minnesota's 3-1, and Indiana's 0-4 in their last 4 games. I'm not going to go home cooking this time, even though Indiana's up 7.5 there. I'm going to go Minnesota to cover. So it doesn't mean they're going to win the game, but I think it's going to be within 7 points, obviously. That over-under is a very low over-under. It's possible they may not even hit that one. Well, actually, no, most of their games are in that range or a little over. Might go the over just because when you have two middle of the pack teams, they probably just score all over each other. So let's take the over if I was going to do that, but I do think Minnesota covers this game. So now we go back to the ACC. Oh, we weren't at the ACC, sorry. ACC, we got Miami, who's 23-6. A very quiet. You don't hear a lot about Miami. 22 in the nation, 23-6. SMU is 19-10, so it's not too bad. SMU's hosting Miami. Let's see. Miami has won 4 of their last 5. They lost at Virginia, close game. SMU has lost the last 2 games at Stanford, at Cal. Coming back home, looking for some home cooking. Miami scores 83 points, but they give up 70 points. So that's actually pretty good. SMU scores 86 points. They give up 78. So they're not a very big defensive team. It looks like they're going to just try and outscore you. I'm going to go with the Miami here because I like Miami being 4-1 in their last 5 games. Looks like they play some tough games. They've won on the road. So being that and that SMU has lost the last 2 games, I'm going to say we kind of keep it up. And it's a 1.5 point, and I'll confirm that again. 1.5 point game, which it is. I think Miami not only covers that 1.5, I actually think they win the game. So we'll go money line here for the Miami Hurricanes. Last game for tomorrow that we'll look at. Rice travels to North Texas in Denton, Texas. Rice is from Houston, so nice couple of Texas teams there. I actually passed through Denton this past weekend as I was on my way to WinStar in Oklahoma. So if you were there, maybe I probably saw you. Let's see. Rice, 12-17 in the American Conference. 12-17 overall, 6-10 in the American Conference. The Mean Green of North Texas, 17-13, 8-9 in the American Conference. Wow, they're pretty close there. Rice they won last game at Temple, but before that they lost 3 in a row. North Texas is actually, they win, lose. They're 2-2 in their last 4 games, with their big win coming at UAB, 62-58. Rice scores 74, but they give up 75 points. That does not make for a good team there. And UNT scores 71, giving up 67. Remember, we talked about the 60s. That's pretty good defense. So because of that, and I do like home cooking in this game here, we are going to go with UNT to cover that 7.5 points. That defense is going to come through for them. They cover the 7.5 points. So there you go. You got those games there. These are going to be the Wednesday games, March 4th. We probably won't go through any Thursday games or Friday games, but we've got a big slate. We're going to have 10 games for Saturday that we'll talk about probably Friday night. So be on the lookout for that. So hope you're having a great time. If you're watching, please like and subscribe. Have a great Tuesday. Hope the rest of your week goes great, and hope to see you on Friday. Have a good one.